Have you ever had a strange feeling that someone was watching you, even when you were completely alone, or somehow knew something before it happened, with no logical explanation? What if those moments were not just coincidence? What if an ancient Sumerian tablet claimed that humanity once possessed an extra sense, and that the god Enki deliberately removed it? According to this mysterious story, the world we experience today is only a fraction of what our ancestors were once able to perceive. And if the tablet is right, that hidden sense may slowly be returning. If you enjoy exploring ancient mysteries, forgotten civilizations, and thought-provoking legends, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next journey into the unknown. Now let's uncover one of the most fascinating stories ever connected to the ancient world. The story begins with a mysterious clay tablet reportedly discovered near the ancient Sumerian city of Nippur. According to the tale, the object was hidden with unusual care, sealed inside protective layers of clay, as though someone wanted it to survive for thousands of years, while also making sure almost nobody could read it. Some versions of the story claim that the writing was intentionally scrambled, forcing modern researchers to spend years trying to understand its meaning. It has been claimed that when the message was finally decoded, it did not describe kings, battles, or trade. Instead, it presented a dramatic confession, supposedly spoken by Enki, the Sumerian god associated with wisdom, fresh water, knowledge, and creation. It is important to remember that there is no verified archaeological evidence confirming the existence of this specific tablet or its extraordinary claims. The story has become popular online because it blends real Sumerian mythology with imaginative speculation. But whether viewed as history, legend, or symbolic storytelling, the ideas inside it are undeniably fascinating. According to the alleged translation, Enki admits that humanity was originally created with an additional form of perception. This was not eyesight, hearing, smell, taste, or touch. Instead, it was described as something closer to a deep awareness that connected humans with the hidden patterns of reality itself. The tablet suggests that this sense allowed people to perceive things long before ordinary senses could detect them. They could supposedly feel danger before it appeared, sense the emotions of others across great distances, and recognize invisible changes happening in the world around them. Rather than placing this mysterious ability inside the brain, the story describes it as a resonance centered near the chest. Imagine your body acting like a living instrument, constantly vibrating in harmony with everything around you. Every person, every animal, every place, and every event supposedly created its own unique vibration. Humanity's forgotten sense was said to recognize those signals naturally, almost like tuning into countless invisible radio stations all at once. At first, that sounds like an incredible gift. Who wouldn't want to predict danger, understand people without words, or discover hidden truths? But according to the legend, this remarkable ability carried an unbearable cost. Humans weren't just sensing each other, they were sensing everything. The story claims people could feel sickness, death, distant disasters, approaching storms, underground water, and even the emotional energy left behind in certain places. Every crowded village became an overwhelming flood of feelings. Every nearby tragedy echoed through countless minds. Instead of living peacefully, people experienced the pain and fear of others as though it belonged to them. The tablet then becomes even more mysterious. It claims that humanity wasn't alone in the universe. According to the narrative, the forgotten sense allowed humans to detect other forms of intelligent life existing beyond ordinary perception. Some reports suggest the text describes unseen beings, ancient intelligences, and other worlds created by the gods. Whether interpreted literally or symbolically, the message is clear. Humanity was exposed to far more than it could emotionally handle. The idea presented in the tablet suggests that this expanded awareness affected every part of human existence, not just the ability to see unusual beings. If people could truly perceive realities hidden from ordinary sight, everyday life would have been completely different. Some alternative researchers argue that this heightened perception blurred the boundary between the physical and the spiritual, making humans constantly aware of invisible influences surrounding them. While mainstream archaeology does not support these interpretations as historical fact, The symbolism continues to spark debate because it reflects an ancient fascination with the limits of human consciousness. The narrative goes even further by implying that Enki's intervention was not intended as punishment, but as a form of protection. Rather than depriving humanity of something valuable out of cruelty, the story can be read as describing the deliberate narrowing of perception so people could focus on building civilizations, raising families, and understanding the physical world before confronting deeper mysteries. Whether these passages describe literal events, spiritual allegory, or philosophical reflection, they reveal how ancient Mesopotamian storytellers explored questions about human potential, hidden knowledge, and why our understanding of reality may always feel incomplete. Enki's solution, according to the story, was both compassionate and controversial. Instead of destroying humanity or allowing endless suffering, he supposedly muted the hidden sense. The tablet compares it to covering the inside of a bell with wax. The bell still exists, but its sound becomes faint. The ability was not erased completely. It was simply silenced enough for humans to live ordinary lives without being overwhelmed by everything surrounding them. That comparison raises an interesting psychological question. Throughout history, people across many cultures have described powerful intuition, sudden feelings of danger, or knowing something without being able to explain why. Modern psychology often explores intuition as the brain recognizing subtle patterns outside conscious awareness. Ancient myths, however, sometimes describe those same experiences as remnants of forgotten spiritual abilities. Whether science or mythology offers the better explanation remains open to interpretation, but the similarities are certainly intriguing. The alleged tablet continues by suggesting that the hidden sense never disappeared entirely. Instead, tiny fragments remained inside certain individuals. It describes people who unexpectedly know someone is about to call, immediately sense tension after entering a room, or dream about places they later visit. These experiences are presented not as supernatural powers, but as small echoes of humanity's original perception. Again, there is no scientific evidence supporting these claims as described in the story. Many of these experiences have perfectly ordinary explanations involving memory, coincidence, subconscious observation, and confirmation bias. Still, the legend asks an irresistible question. What if those explanations don't account for every single experience people have reported throughout history? Perhaps the most unsettling part of the narrative involves what humanity was supposedly prevented from seeing. According to the alleged translation, Enki feared that if people continued sensing every hidden presence surrounding them, daily life would become unbearable. Fear would replace curiosity. Panic would replace peace. Civilization itself might never develop, because every generation would grow up overwhelmed by realities they could neither understand nor control. Whether or not anyone believes the story, there is an interesting lesson hidden beneath its surface. Sometimes ignorance allows people to function. Human minds naturally filter enormous amounts of information every second. Without those filters, even ordinary life could become exhausting. In that sense, the legend may symbolize something deeply human. We survive because our minds reveal only the information we truly need. The story concludes with an even more dramatic prediction. It has been claimed that Enki warned the hidden sense would not remain dormant forever. As humanity expanded and civilization reached enormous populations, the silence would gradually weaken. More people would begin experiencing unexplained intuition, vivid dreams, unusual emotional awareness, and a growing feeling that reality is somehow larger than it appears. Perhaps that's why stories like this continue spreading across the world. They invite us to imagine possibilities beyond everyday life, without requiring us to abandon reason. They encourage curiosity instead of certainty, and sometimes the questions themselves become more meaningful than any final answer. So now the mystery is yours to consider. If humanity truly possessed a forgotten sense that had been hidden away, would you want it restored? Or do you think some knowledge is simply too overwhelming for the human mind to carry? Share your thoughts in the comments because I'd love to hear what you believe. And if you found this ancient mystery fascinating, share this video with someone who enjoys exploring forgotten civilizations and hidden legends. Until next time, Remember that the oldest stories often survive for a reason, whether they preserve forgotten history, powerful symbolism, or simply reflect humanity's endless curiosity. They continue reminding us that there are still mysteries waiting to be explored.